Hello everyone, it's Dr. John Phelps, chiropractor, applied kinesiologist, and certified functional medicine practitioner. I want to give a little information about the emotional kinesiology techniques that we use at this office. It's important to address emotions not only for your emotional well-being, but also because emotions affect the rest of the body through what's called psychosomatic reflexes. If you're sad, your appetite might increase or decrease. Or if you're in fear, your heart rate might elevate. These are examples of psychosomatic reflexes. Research shows that your body releases certain chemicals and hormones in response to emotions. So in the cases of sadness, anger, and fear, your body releases chemicals and hormones that inhibit repair, slow down healing, and promote sickness and disease. Whereas when you have positive emotions, your body releases hormones that increase repair, healing, and promote health. First, we have to test and verify that there is an emotional component of the patient's health that needs to be addressed. We access the meridian system from traditional Chinese medicine and the neurovascular system to treat the patient. We assess through muscle testing which meridians are being affected by the emotion and also where on the meridian pathway the emotion is blocked. We then remove the block and balance the meridians by treating certain acupoints so that healing can take place and the emotion can be released. We then treat the neurovascular points to bring peace and to calm down the body. This is not psychology. I don't practice psychology. I am not a psychologist. This is applied kinesiology. One of the advantages of this kind of treatment is that you don't have to verbalize the emotion. You only have to think about it or feel it during the treatment, and it works very, very, very well. This is important for some people because they may have past emotional or physical traumas that they just don't feel comfortable talking about yet. It's good to talk about it and it's encouraged, but it's not necessary for the treatment. Let me tell you about some cases that I've had using this treatment. I had a patient who had a fear or phobia of presenting at meetings at work. He would get very nervous, his voice would tremble, it would shake, it would get weak, and he was always embarrassed by it. We did the treatment, and now he no longer gets nervous or has that phobia when he has to present at meetings at work. I also had another patient who I was treating for knee pain, and she was getting better, but it kept coming back. And so I did some more investigating, and it turns out she hurt her knee while she was carrying the baby. She lost her balance and she dropped the baby, and she felt very guilty about it. So we did the treatment for unforgiveness so she can forgive herself and get rid of the guilt. And now that knee pain is gone completely. It's just amazing. I had another patient who had a fear of getting on and off of escalators, and this is in New York City. And if you know New York City subways, there are a lot of stairs, so escalators are very valuable. But she would go out of her way to avoid them. She came in, she went through the treatment, and her fear of escalators went away. And now she could take the escalators with no problem. This was life-changing for her. I had another patient who went through low back surgery, and even though he had the surgery, he still had a lot of pain. So he was seeing me and he was getting better, but there was this one point that just kept nagging him, and no matter what, it wouldn't go away. So I did some more investigating and testing, and it showed that there was an emotional component to his low back issue. And it turns out what happened is it wasn't with the surgery itself, but the billing department of the doctor's office. And they accused him of not paying his bill when he did, and that really, really, really aggravated and annoyed him. So he had some unforgiveness and resentment there and bitterness. So we went through the treatment, and now that nagging pain is gone. It was like a miracle, basically. And this was also life-changing for him because he wasn't being nagged every waking hour of his day by this pain. I also had an attorney who would get very nervous every time she had to appear in court because she always felt unprepared. She came in, she went through the treatment, and she no longer gets nervous, and she no longer feels unprepared when she's in court, and she's very confident now. and this was life-changing for her career. It's very important to address your emotional health. It's said that unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. No, the poison only affects you. When you have negative thoughts, bitterness, anger, resentment, your body releases chemicals and hormones that promote sickness and disease, so you're only affecting yourself. So forgiveness is for you. When you have unforgiveness, it keeps you living in the past, and it also brings your past into your current relationships, and it affects how you treat the people today in your relationships. So you have to take care of unforgiveness for you, and your relationships today will be much better off for it. Fears, phobias, and anxiety are like chains. They lock you up and they keep you from doing what you want to do in life. So it's very important to take care of that so that you're free to do whatever you want to do, and that fear won't keep you from doing it. It's like if someone has a fear of spiders. She sees a spider in her apartment, so she runs into the bathroom and locks the door, and she's not going to come out till either that spider dies or someone comes and removes that spider. She has literally locked herself in her own prison. So get rid of the phobias, get rid of the anxiety, get rid of the fears. I really hope this video has given you a better understanding of our emotional treatments and why we do them. This is Dr. Phelps. I'm signing out.